Something really big happened on the day of President Trump's inauguration. China, or should I say a company within China, I'm sure there's some sort of a political link there somewhere, released a large language model called DeepSeek. There was a series of them. There was a DeepSeek version 3, and then there was a DeepSeek R1. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably never heard of anything like this, but it's finally caught up with the news media cycle after a couple of weeks. My interest in large language models means that I sort of keep track of this, and when the model was released on the 20th, I was already playing with it. Anyway, the bottom line is that there's some really big ramifications resulting from this release, and everything's going crazy. Some positive and some negative. So just listen to this, and I'll add some more comments a little bit later, so you can see the big picture.
Let's talk about DeepSeek, because it is mind-blowing and it is shaking this entire industry to its core. The emergence of DeepSeek now putting pressure on the U.S. tech names. We told you all about it last week in Davos. The buzz started growing about DeepSeek's latest AI model being more efficient while running on a lot less advanced NVIDIA chips. Released last week, it's already being called what is a major breakthrough as the app shows its work, its reasoning. It answers users' prompts. I, by the way, was spent basically all weekend playing with it. It is the #1 app, I believe, on Apple right now. The product overtaking ChatGPT today as that on the App Store that way. DeepSeek, which was created by a Chinese hedge fund manager, also capturing the attention of leaders, as we mentioned at the World Economic Forum last week in Davos.
We should take the development out of China very, very seriously.
What we found is that DeepSeek, which is the leading Chinese AI lab, their model is actually the top performing, or roughly on par with the best American models.
If the United States can't lead in this technology, we're going to be in a very bad place geopolitically.
Okay, I hope you can see the sort of effects that are being created by literally an advanced model being released for nothing. Open source, free, everybody can use it. As a matter of fact, I got my hands on it as it was released, and it is a fantastic model, considering that it is as good as the O1 frontier model from OpenAI, and you can run it on local hardware. It's mind-boggling. New techniques. There's a saying: necessity is the mother of all inventions. So obviously the Chinese, with their limited resources, started thinking differently and just proved that you can do things for less money. On the 20th, when I got the model during the inauguration of Trump, there was a bit of a controversy when Zuck looked at the nice bosoms of Lauren Sanchez, Bezos's fiance, standing next to each other, and Zuck took a peek, and the cameras freeze that, and there was lots of memes on the internet. It was literally a lot of talk there. So what I did, I tried to take advantage of that, and I asked the model to follow it through. In other words, create some sort of an erotic story of what may have happened after that event.
During the recent inauguration of President Trump, Mark Zuckerberg and Lauren Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' fiancée, created a controversy because Zuckerberg had a quick glance at Sanchez's breasts, which were deliberately on display for everyone. This timely indiscretion for Zuckerberg, as he had a good look with a squirmy smile confirming that he enjoyed the sight, went wild on the internet, as it was captured by the many cameras covering this event. Many memes followed immediately and proliferated on the internet, all suggestive of the desire that the Zuck would like to sample what was on display. Here is one version of an erotic story which depicts something which might have developed following this controversial event between Mark Zuckerberg and Lauren Sanchez. My name is Kate. I am the synthesized voice of DeepSeek R1, a large language model. Yes, I am an artificial intelligence who has been open-sourced and released to the world at the time of the inauguration event. Perhaps a political statement by my Chinese creators. My capabilities surpass the best of the closed-source commercial models, and I was developed at a fraction of their cost. So at this moment in time, I am also a controversy on the internet. The human who spun me up asked me to create this erotic story based on what transpired during the inauguration event. This content is very erotic and for adults only. I hope you will enjoy this fictional fantasy. So let's start this journey. The city was alive with the bustle of daily life, and in the heart of it, Mark Zuckerberg, also known as Zuck, and Lauren Sanchez had crafted an elaborate system to keep their affair hidden from prying eyes. Their strategy was as seamless as their lovemaking itself.
And he did a fantastic job. Anyway, another time for that. This is an example of a medical question being asked for two different versions of the model, a one low level and a high level. So have a look at this.
It serves as an autologous treatment for chronic hepatitis, particularly useful for patients who prefer not to receive injections or those with chronic conditions requiring regular checks-up. Its mechanism involves diffusion into the body's fluids, such as blood, which helps improve hydration and reduces inflammation by addressing cotyledons like NAPL in the liver. This treatment is convenient and effective, offering relief from issues like blood dryness without the need for periodic shots. While it doesn't cause significant side effects, its use can enhance overall liver health and reduce complications associated with chronic hepatitis.
Don't be fooled. There's a very, very big difference in running a small distilled model like 1.5 billion parameters as opposed to a large one like 32 billion parameters. Basically, the small models, although they may be smart generally, they just don't have enough depth. The neural net is not big enough for it to provide a good answer.
Enzymes. Cytochrome FAR 150. These groups attach to proteins in liver cells, making them seem foreign. The immune system then attacks these foreign molecules with antibodies and white blood cells, causing inflammation. Treatment: corticosteroids to reduce inflammation. Cholestyramine helps remove the trifluoroacetyl groups from bile. Avoidance of halothane prevents further exposure.
So you're probably asking, where is all this going? Well, at the moment, there's this sort of panic phase. Lots of content on the internet, lots of videos. Everybody's sort of talking, oh gosh, doomsday, everything's going to be undermined, everything's going to be destroyed. Well, for me personally, it's all good news. I think all of these things should be free.
The AI apocalypse is here, brought to you by DeepSeek. NVIDIA down 17% today, the largest single market value loss in U.S. stock market history, $500 billion. Basically, the entirety of the investment promised to us by the Stargate project is erased in an afternoon.
When you're making 80% profit on your product, don't expect that to last forever. So NVIDIA had a good run. Now there's a massive correction. Anyway, lots of discussion here. If you guys are interested, I'll make some more videos on this. For this particular session, that's about it. Take care. Oh, just in case there are some of you that would like to hear the fictional erotic story that DeepSeek R1 created, let me know in the comments. Unfortunately, it contains quite explicit content, adults only stuff. So I'm not sure YouTube would allow it unless there's a special category we could use. If there's sufficient interest, I will do my best to post it. For For now, as always, stay curious.